going to give you numbers. So there's 5 of you. Right. I'm going to go for 2.
My lucky number.
It's mine.
Oh, it's mine now.
3.
Okay, it's my unlucky number. Yeah.
4. 5. 6.
Yeah.
Okay. I got the idea for this presentation from attending lectures by someone called John Cousins about Korzybski's anthropometer. And this was all about labelling objects and time binding, human ability to time bind by giving labels to objects. And it's a very, very 20th century view to think that animals can't time bind as well. And that's just how it was. I mean, that's as far as it goes. I got the idea for making this diagram from this. So this diagram is about how subculture feeds into mainstream culture and vice versa. And then from the mainstream culture, you view art theory in a particular way, so subculture directly feeds into that process. Yes?
Is it a hierarchy? That means basically derived from subculture.
Oh, well, because it's a 3D diagram, I mean, you don't have to read it in a hierarchy. That's just how it would fit on the chair, and it's a character in room. So here we have our friend, which we will refer to in this game. Right, so I'm going to hand out these here. So here you go. And you will look at your number that I assigned to you, and that will give you some instructions of how you will participate in our game.
Thank you very much. So, yeah, that's what.
Who's number 1? Are you number 1?
No, because there's 5 people in this group. Yeah.
That's good,
I chose to eliminate number 1.
Feedback has been that you need a little bit more, need to spoon feed a bit more than you Okay, so I try and encourage people to think about.
Yeah, I'll have to look at that. Again, John banged on about a lot of that in his lecture at Chelsea.
Yeah.
John who?
Do you mind just exemplifying a little bit what you mean by professionalism in art?
Well, what I'd quite like for you to do is to interpret it in the way that you see fit, rather than me trying to tell you.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Are you all happy with the character that you are to assume in the game?
Kind of.
Yes.
Yes? Right, we shall begin. Okay, so the piece of art that I would first like you to critique is this by Valley Export, and it's a photograph. So if you'd like to look at that.
So, Wisdom was cross-examined as to whether he asked that enormous sum for 2 days' work.
I'd like your initial reactions to it, so you don't need to read up about it.
Just looking at the photo.
Yeah?
Who would you agree with? Discuss it amongst
Are we
yourselves.
for my one, it says the peasant point of view. Are we talking about a peasant as in peasant today, or like peasant historical?
It's up to you.
Right.
Would anyone like to start?
Reminds me a little bit of who's the guy that did the Valley of the Dolls, Ross Meyer or something like that. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
There's these like 1950s films where there's these like this area of land, like this valley, and it's sort of controlled by these women. They're sort of, you know, really big-breasted women, and it's quite violent, and men go through and they sort of beat them up and all that kind of thing, and they're quite dominating and all that sort of thing. It reminds me of the kind of first thing that comes to mind.
That's interesting.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dominating women.
Yeah. Although that was kind of a bit exploited. Yeah.
Yeah.